What's up everyone, Orion here, back with another video. Today we are bringing back a series that I've been thinking about restarting for a while, but when I saw this comment from Kazi, I knew I had to continue it. My How and How Not Fortnite series, where I take you guys through my thought process in tournament games like Cash Cups, and I explain why I did what I did and what mistakes I made, which this video will be heavily focused on. Before we get into the video, please make sure you give it a like, subscribe to the channel, because this amount of you haven't, and turn on notifications so you never miss my next post. Also, big shout out to Mint Craze and everyone who replied to your song request. Now let's get into this week's video.
Am I living? Oh, what a funny thing to say.
So this was, I believe, my very first game of the tournament. You know, I think this week I really figured out what my problem is in solos. It's just, I have a lack of confidence, and you'll see that in this video, with some mistakes I make and then some shots I missed and stuff like that. But here we are, in game one. So, half and half is just pulled, and I'm trying to top head just to see what my rotate plan is. You know, I'm looking through the stairs like that, trying to get a feel for how I'm going to rotate this zone, and then I see this guy down here, shoot him. I think he backs off, yeah, he goes up right there, and then he starts to get sprayed, so I just leave him alone. You know, I mean, I might have needed that, but I just decided to let it go because I need to rotate the zone. So while they're fighting, I pop a pepper, start rotating. I wanted to use these pre-built ramps here, and I think I do end up doing that in just a second, but I end up wasting a few mats as well. And then this guy, I think it's the same guy, is trying to ramp up on me, and so I spray back at him. Unfortunately, don't get any tags, and then just keep rotating, and I slide down the hill here. I think this was a big mistake. I should have gone over that hill, because otherwise he wouldn't have had such a great line of sight on me. So now I try and go for the supply drop, you know, maybe try and get a launch pad, but he gets the wall behind me, cracks my shield. I hit him 60, but I'm now 20 health, I'm shambles, so I'm just trying to use all my mats to get out. To be honest, this is okay, because once you get hit, you don't want to die with mats. You'd rather die with no mats than with mats, because you could have done more with those mats. So I just use all of them, slide down the hill here. I have 16 builds. He beamed me to literally 1 HP, and now I'm just kind of ratting in this bush, trying to pop my minis, just trying to survive. This was a tough game. He almost hits me here as well. Yeah, so that could have been it for me, but I'm just, again, using all my mats just to get away. I end up going down to 0 builds, but you know, if I hadn't used them, I wouldn't still be here. It's getting a little bit of placement, not that much actually. But now just chill here, try and make myself go unnoticed. I don't know why I popped my peppers there. I just wanted the health for some reason, but I should have done that later. I should have waited for zone to start pulling and then popped them. And now I'm just reloading my guns, you know, just preparing myself to rotate ahead, making sure I'm prepared to shoot everyone. And then I see that guy in that box. He just edited that wall. I know he's in there, so you know, I get out quickly. And then zone starts pulling across. So, you know, pretty shambles. I have no mats and about 40 health. It's very lucky I didn't die there. If you didn't know this, actually, you can fall from exactly three tiles up, and you won't take any fall damage if you don't jump. So that's a bit of useful information. But, well, it was useful to me, and I think it's useful to you guys if you didn't know that. So I see this guy, just trying to be very aware. I see this guy tagging 40, and then he gets sprayed. I try and hit my shots, I miss them, and then he kills me. He was only like 70 HP because he just got cracked, and that's unfortunate, because if I'd have just hit that shot, if I hadn't been so nervous, I would have got Spider-Man, I would have got 300 mats, you know, I would have been a little bit more chilling than I was in that game at that point. So on to this next game, you know, just kind of chilling in my metal base, waiting for 5th zone to pull, and it does, and it's up the hill. So I'm not really sure what my plan was here. I can't really remember, but I see everyone Spider-Manning, so I figure I need to just go quickly while everyone's Spider-Manning so that I don't get held, because I don't have it. So once that guy goes, he starts building up the mountain. I pop a pepper, I go as well. Just building the wood, because, you know, I'm still getting sprayed a little bit, but I'm not getting sprayed by the entire lobby, so I don't really need to build out of hard mats. I could actually use a few less builds there, but anyway, we got it in. We're on 500 metal, 300 wood, looking okay. I'm just trying to look back through my builds for maybe someone backstorm. I don't think I am finding anyone though, just trying to create all these peaks for myself. I've been trying to be a bit more aggressive and actually use my ammo, because I get so much of it so often, and again, often I don't really use much of my ammo. I just kind of sit here in my cone and then I don't get refreshes, so I'm trying to play a bit more aggressive so I can get refreshes, you know, just before endgame. I don't know why I made that extra box. That was a little bit stupid. I don't really know what the purpose of that was. So I'm just looking down here. Again, can't really see anyone. And then I think I just eventually decide to just wait for next zone, because I don't think there's anyone in there. Yeah, I'd shoot that. There's no one in there. It's top 35 now, so this is a pretty stacked game. I think this was my second game of the Cash Cup, and there was a storm surge warning at some point. So not too bad of a game, but I really need to try and get down my end game so I can maximize the points in these games, because as you'll see, that's not what I did here. I tried to shoot that guy, but he just put an armored wall up, so I thought, you know what, mate, I'm just going to leave you because no point. 6 zone pulls, it's all the way across again. I didn't get zone, so I'm just looking for a pepper play here. You know, I'm thinking, you know, I need to go around this build. Right now I'm just checking out the terrain. Yeah, one thing that I think is really helpful to start doing is check out the terrain of your rotate, just so you know if you're going to have to go up, if you're going to go down, if it just drops off a mountain, so you know to stay up a little bit. Oh yeah, and I find that pad. So I pop the pepper, find the pad, and there's the storm surge warning that I was talking about. But here I wanted to land quite far ahead, but I wanted to stay higher up, I think. You know, actually, I don't know what I was doing here. So I ended up falling down here and finding myself on a decent layer, but I don't have that many mats. So because I don't have that many mats, I just try and claim frontside low ground and build out of wood, because no one's spraying me at the moment, so I can build out of wood. Wasted a couple of builds here, but now I'm down to about 200 mats, so I really need a refresh. So I'm trying to look for spraybacks with my AR, shoot at the people in wood, but I'm also making sure that I'm being very aware of my surroundings, so that no one jumps in on me from an unexpected angle. I see that loot. Right, I should have built above me so that kid didn't just fall down and crack me right like that, you know. So just a bit more safety, because, you know, like I was talking about in game 1, using my mats, and then this guy jumps on me. I just about managed to kill him, just about, and then I'm on 40 health. I should have picked up the chug splashes. I just panic here and grab the Spider-Man, even though I can't use them. I can't get out of storm fast enough. So that was my game 2. You know, again, just nerves got to me. I didn't see the chug splashes. If I'd have seen that and picked them up, I would have been okay. But, you know, that's just how it goes sometimes. I need to learn from these mistakes. That's why I'm making this video as well, so that you guys can learn from my mistakes, so that you guys don't make the same mistakes as me. And hopefully I can learn from them too by watching them back a few times. So in this third game, there's not really much to learn from this. I just wanted to put it in because it's kind of it's the shortest game I have. It's the shortest amount of footage I have for a game. So I just Spider-Man over here. I was absolutely chilling. I had so many mats, and then yeah, I just get sprayed from 2 different angles because, well, when I rotated, he shot me and then I didn't go down. If I'd have gone down there, I would have been fine. I could have tarped into that building and, you know, I would have been okay. So on to game 4. Now, before this footage started, actually, there was a guy and he built on top of me, and yeah, you can see here he starts smacking my cone. So, you know, I'm thinking, right, I need to counter pressure this guy because he's going to spray me if I don't. So I counter pressure, hit him about 50. I chug splash once. I'm alright, and then I start getting sprayed by these guys. Don't really know why, but they back off eventually. Just reload my SMG, make sure I'm ready to fight if I need to, and then half pulls, and it's max distance. So that's not great. These guys start spraying me again, and then I think in a second they start spraying the guy above me, and wait, no, they're still spraying me. Hold on. Yeah, I'm just trying to look out the right side here for a rotate I could do, and he starts getting sprayed above me in a sec. So yeah, I start looking up, try and spray him out from the bottom, but I really shouldn't have done this. I didn't really need it that much. I didn't need it as much as I needed to rotate. I just should have started rotating and worried about building later. I try and chop him down here. I definitely should be gone by this point. After that, I definitely should be gone, but I made the mistake of staying here while they were shooting him. You know, they weren't going to look at me. If I just ran out the right side with my pepper, I would have been fine. But, you know, I continued to fight him. Unfortunately, I lose about 50 shield. And then Zone starts pulling. He hits me. Don't know how the heck he hit me. But then he just goes goodness knows where. And then I start rotating. I wasted a ridiculous amount of mats on this rotate. Yeah, getting sprayed by that guy as well. He probably has Spider-Man, so he's waiting for kids to just come into his line of sight. I'm just sliding down. You know, important news, like sliding in chapter 3, absolutely. And then right here, I don't know what happened again. Nerves got to me. I couldn't tarp for the life of me, literally. You know, 25 health, pretty shambles. And now I'm down to only wood, only about 300 wood. I'm not sure why I wanted to spray that guy. I don't even end up doing it, but I could have chug splashed. But, you know, now chopping through these builds, I'm just trying to find any safe place. I only have about 17 builds. And I end up going under this, and this was a big mistake. This was why I lost the game, because I couldn't get out of here. So I ended up using all my builds, pretty much, just to block all my angles. And then I see the med mist, I start using that. Just trying to get myself in to full HP before, or full HP that's possible, before I rotate. And I made the mistake of just stopping using the med mist before I was at 100. Don't really know why I did that. So I start using it again, and then I pop my chug splash, and then I'm good to go, but I don't know where to go. So I could have maybe gone back into Storm there, but what I end up doing is just figuring out that, oh, I can't go up now because this structure's blocking me. So I try and use my SMG to break through, and then I end up missing zone by that much. It's really annoying, and I came 16th. Again, a lot of these games that I played this week, I just finished around the 15th to 20th mark because it was just those little mistakes, you know, like that really cost me. So this is the final game we're going to be looking at from last week's now solo cash cup round 1. Yeah, I had the stretch res glitch this game, so already not too great, but you know, I'm just kind of chilling in my box right now, not really looking for any fights. I'm doing decent on mats, you know, top 20. It's kind of a dead game, to be honest. It's nowhere near as stacked as the games I was playing earlier because I just fell off. I started playing really badly, and I think I only finished the tournament out, you know, with like 55 points, and this was the final sort of end game I made, end game in quotes, because I think I only made it to 5th zone in this game. I just sprayed that guy because he was getting the airdrop. You know, as I said before in, I think game 2 it was, I'm trying to get more aggressive, you know, use more of my ammo because I have it, and you know, I might as well use it. I might as well grief people's games, grief their mats, because it's going to be easier to kill them in the end game if I do that. So now I'm just waiting in my cone. I think a lot of solos is patience, you know, just waiting in your cone, waiting for, I don't know, either someone to make a mistake or just looking around to gather information for your next rotate. 4th zone pulls, and I'm trying to look for my car. I remember where it is, it's down here, so I just take this car. Cars are actually a big part of my strategy for mid-game rotates. I will pretty much always keep a car with me. I learned this from Blake, I think it was, a video he did about placing 10th in the solo cash cup, and he always rotated with cars. I find a good spot here, base up in brick. Yeah, in brick, for goodness sake. Why did it take so long for me to figure out what it was? I'm literally looking at it right now. Anyway, so I'm in zone now. There's only 18 players left. I need this good game, but unfortunately I don't get it, and you guys will see why in a minute. But, you know, again, just chilling in my box, not really doing much. Just trying to look around, get information, try and hold kids if I can. You know, that guy there just ran behind the building, so I couldn't shoot him. And then we get to this part of the game where I'm pretty sure I get pushed in a second. Yeah, this guy starts basing up next to me, and I'm like, normally in lower point lobbies, if someone bases up right next to you and they start taking your walls, they're gonna want to fight. You know, it happens to me in scrims as well sometimes. People play a bit weird sometimes, you know, but there were a lot of things I could have done here to prevent dying here. So he starts smacking my wall in a second. I could have just made a couple of extra boxes at the back, and I think I do in a sec, but I should have been playing in 2 boxes from the start the moment this guy based up, because he looked like he was going to fight, and then, yeah, in a second here, he'll start smacking my wall. I'm just looking around to see where the other people are, but I wasn't really sure if this guy was going to try and fight me. I had an inkling that he was going to fight me, but, you know, couldn't really tell for sure. Just keeping an eye on him, and then he starts moving towards me in a second. I think he makes another box, but it's yeah, here we go. So he starts smacking my wall. I go out the back like this. I go up a layer. So I do like switching layers to get away from people because they lose where you are sometimes, but unfortunately this guy didn't. I just screw up all my binds and can't hit a shot either. He gets in my box, I hit him 90, crack him 30 white, he kills me unfortunately. And that's all games I wanted to show you guys from last week. Hopefully this week goes better for me. I'll comment down below how I did. And I hope this video helped you guys out. If it did, make sure you like, subscribe, share and all that other good stuff. And I'll see you all in the next video. Peace!